model dependent kinetics. In the case of model independent, we have to suppose mean resolution time, resolution, and in the case of model dependent kinetics, to fit the drug release data, we have the release options like zero order kinetics, first order kinetics, Higuchi model, Hickson and Crowell model, Korsmer-Peppas model, and Peppas and Sahalin model. Models that is zero order release kinetics, the model used for dosage form that do not disintegrate. The formulation is not going to disintegrate, the matrix integrity is going to be retained, and the drug is going to be released at a slow rate. The release, it is independent of drug concentration. Then generally the osmotic and transdermal systems are going to follow the zero order kinetics. It is generally the data which is treated by using the equation that is Ft is equal to K0T, where Ft is the fraction of drug dissolved in time t, while K0 is the zero order release constant. In the case of first order release constant, release is proportional to amount of drug remaining. Generally the water soluble drug when placed into the porous matrix follows the first order kinetics. The equation we are using, that is lnQt is equal to lnQ0 plus Kt, Kit or Kt. So Qt is the amount of drug remaining to be released at a time t, Q0 is the drug amount remaining to be released at a 0r, and Ki is the first order release constant, and this is the graph for the first order kinetics. Then Higuchi kinetics, release, it is a proportional to square root of time. Generally the diffusion matrix system follows the Higuchi kinetics. This model is used to study the release of water soluble and low soluble drugs incorporated in a semi-solid and solid matrices. The equation which is used, that is Ft is equal to Kh square root of t, where Ft is the fraction of drugs released at a time t, Kh is the Higuchi release rate constant, and t is the time. Let us move towards the next, that is the Hickson and Crowell. In the Hickson and Crowell model, it is assumed that the drug is being released by the dissolution from the formulation, and generally the erodible matrix formulations are going to follow the Hickson and Crowell kinetics. The equation which is used, that is a cube root of W0 minus cube root of Wt is equal to Kst, where W0 is the initial amount of drug present in the matrix, Wt is the amount of drug released in the time t, Ks is the release rate constant. Let us move towards the Korsmer-Peppas model. So in the case of Korsmer-Peppas model, it is generally used to analyze the release of pharmaceutical polymeric dosage forms when the release mechanism is not well known, or when the more than one type of release phenomenon could be involved. So here the equation is used, that is the Mt divided by M infinity is equal to Kt raised to N. Generally the swellable systems are going to follow the Peppas model, and we are getting the N as a release exponent, and with the help of this release exponent, it is possible to get the idea about how the drug it is going to be released from the formulation, from the matrices, that is Fickian diffusion, non-Fickian diffusion, zero order case 2 or super case 2. So this is about the Korsmer-Peppas. And last model, that is known as the Peppas and Sahalin model. Generally the swellable systems are going to follow this model. The equation which is used, that is the Mt upon M infinity is equal to Kt raised to M plus Kt raised to 2m. So here we are getting the two exponent, one which is for the diffusion, another it is for the polymer relaxation or the erosion. So it is possible to separate the release exponents for the two phenomenon as a m and 2m. So let us so here we have finished the first bit or first chapter, that is the controlled drug delivery system. Let us move towards the summary of the chapter. So till today we have discussed the so many parameters related with the controlled drug delivery system. Initially we have discussed all the definitions related with the controlled drug delivery systems, that is the sustained drug delivery, controlled drug delivery, and modified drug delivery. Furthermore, we have discussed the limitations of the conventional drug delivery along with the rationale behind designing of controlled drug delivery. What is the need? What is the rationale, medical rationale behind the designing of controlled drug delivery system? Furthermore, we have discussed the advantages of controlled drug delivery system and disadvantages of controlled drug delivery system. Then we have discussed the how to select the drug candidate for controlled drug delivery system. There is a need to consider so many parameters while selecting the drug candidate for the controlled drug delivery system. Then thereafter we have discussed various factors to be considered while designing of controlled drug delivery systems, like the physicochemical factors and the biological factors of the drug, which are relevant to the designing of CDDS, controlled drug delivery system. And finally, we have discussed the design of controlled drug delivery system by using different approaches like dissolution controlled drug delivery system, diffusion controlled drug delivery system, and ion exchange resinase as a controlled drug delivery system. And at the end, we have discussed the mathematical models which are required to fit the drug release data. So herewith we have finished the very first point, that is the controlled drug delivery system, isn't it? So these are the references which I have referred while preparing this presentation. So you can get the material from all these books. Also, you will get the material from the internet or from the Google. So thank you very much.